All right, so we are dividing this polynomial by this divisor. So I'm going to set it up here. So 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 divided by x plus 3. So now each time I do this, I am trying to figure out what this multiplies by to match up with whatever term I'm on. All right, so I'm going to use orange here. And I need it to match up with 2x squared. So what do I multiply x by to get 2x squared? I multiply it by 2x. 2x times x is 2x squared. Now, it doesn't really matter where you write that 2x. I usually leave like a space because normally when you divide, there's one less thing, but it doesn't matter where you put that. So 2x times x is 2x squared. I'm going to erase those arrows in a second. And then I also have to do 2x times positive 3 and get positive 6x. All right, so that's the first process that I go through when I do this. All right, I'm going to take this and I'm going to basically distribute it, which is why we did distribution in the beginning of this unit. All right, so we're going to knock these things out of there if I can get it with a rod erase and everything. Okay, now what I do after that is I subtract these things here. I like to put them in parentheses. All right, so I do 2x squared minus 2x squared. That canceled. I want that to happen every single time. All right, so I want that to cancel out every single time because I'm trying to eliminate one of these things each time I go through. Then you have to think about this. 5x minus 6x. I have to use a calculator. Should give me minus 1x. And then bring down the next term. I'm going to bring that down and add it on to the end. Okay, and then I continue the same thing I just did, all right, to get the first thing to be the same, so it'll drop out. Now it needs to be the same. So how do I get a negative 1x? How do I get a negative 1x when I multiply this by the x? Right? So I multiply it by minus 1. Minus 1 times x is minus 1x. That's good. I want it to be the same. Minus 1 times positive 3 is negative 3. Then I'm going to subtract those. Now, again, think about this. Use a calculator if you need to. Negative 1, negative 1 minus negative 1. All right, cancels out. Negative 3 minus negative 3 also cancels out. And again, use a calculator and type in there. I don't have mine on. Negative 3, type this in. Negative 3 minus negative 3. All right, it'll give you 0. So those things both are gone. So it's nothing left. So that means that my answer when I do this is equal to 2x minus 1. Little kind of a side note here. That means that x plus 3 times 2x minus 1, when I do all the distributions, will be 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. All right, that's what that means. All right, so I just factored this without going through the process of doing all the different steps. Now, the issue is if I don't know one of the factors, then I can't actually do this. All right, now, as you go down through, not everyone's going to come out to be perfect like that. Sometimes there's going to be a remainder left over. All right, we'll talk about that when we get to it. This takes practice, and if you ever do one of these, you should go very, very slow to try to make sure you make as few mistakes, none, as possible.